Welcome. In this video I want to describe to you one possible method how to start up an old transistor radio. With old I mean 60 years of something like that. Anyway, an old transistor radio that has not been running for many years. Today, great, I received a Sharp Lawrence from 1962, 1963 that has not been running for at least 30 years. So these old Bessies have germanium transistors inside that might suffer from whiskers. They might have leaky caps, and this particular one has some diac cell inside, 1.2 stability element that might also be leaking. So theoretically it's better to first open the radio and to have a look inside if nothing leaked, but I'm always tempted to try them before I open them. Okay, we can do that, but please do not batteries inside and put it on with batteries, because if there is something wrong, batteries might deliver so much current that they destroy your precious germanium transistors. So how we do what do we need to do this? A small power supply. It does not be very powerful because this radio doesn't need a lot of power, but it must have a current limiting and voltage regulation possibility. Let me show you. Then for the movie, this is a milliampere meter, so 30 milliamp is set with a dial, and here we have a voltmeter, so you both can follow what I will be doing. So this is the little power supply, and this is the voltage button. So if I raise it and I go to 7 volts, something like that, voila, the needle is in between 6 and 8, 7 volt. Now we need to set the maximum current. For this radio to start with, let's say limit current of about 30 milliamps. And how? This is coming from the power supply. If we short circuit them, we see the limit current. Voila, I pre-adjusted it already with the current limiter to 30 milliamps. So yeah, around 30 is good. So of course now the voltage goes to 0 because we short circuited. So you understand, open, then we get 7 volts, short, we get this 30 milliamps. Okay, now I rotate the voltage back to 0 because we will start from 0, of course. Okay, how to get these crocodiles connected to the battery terminals? Well, therefore we need at least to open the radio's battery case, isn't it? I think here is one screw missing. Here I see another one, but it seems to be missing. It's not a hole for the antenna, no, it's a screw hole. If you find the missing screw, please send it to me. So basically the screwdriver is a little bit too small. Whoa, that's a long screw. Oh, and a little kind of thing comes with it. Okay, let's not lose it. And open the battery case. Oh, what's that? Interesting. It's working that way. So the batteries are in the lower case, and this is just a cover. And with the years, somebody put some Kleenex inside in the case the batteries are leaky. Okay, they don't have been so leaky at all. So what we can do now, we look for the minus terminal. This is the minus terminal here, and we put the minus crocodile, and then we put the plus on that one. But I see here there is even a connector, so it's much more easier to put the crocos straight on the connector. Then we can put the radio back up, right again, upside again. Okay, this radio is lovely because it has still his 2 antennas. Look, one left, one right. So it works as a kind of dipole. Okay, exciting moment. So be sure the radio is on. I think here is the on-off switch. It's a German radio, so in general they don't combine it with a volume potentiometer, because that will consume your volume potentiometer. Now we choose a band. Let's put it on ultra kurte Welle, so FM, and let's give step by step a try. If the radio is still a little bit alive, it will start to consume a bit of current as soon as I give voltage. If it's completely disconnected, nothing will happen. And if something is terribly wrong, it will go to 30 milliamp immediately. By the way, in the beginning the current might be higher because some electrolytic capacitors might have lost their oxide coating, and that needs to rebuild. It can take some minutes. So be very carefully. Even the current limit is set. Okay, there we go. You immediately see I give little voltage. There is a current jump and it goes back to zero. That's good. That means the capacitors are charging. And this is unbelievable, because this radio, it's even not cleaned, as you can see. It came out of some storage location where it has been for more than 30 years up to now. Okay, let's move on. We raise the voltage. We are at 2 volt. And we see the radio start to take a little bit of current, 5 milliamps, which is okay, not a big danger. And is it descending a little bit? I think so. It means something is charging and formatting again. Let's go up a little bit. Unbelievable. I hear noise. Can you hear it? I will take my microphone. I cannot believe I hear noise, and it's FM noise. Let's take out one antenna, because now comes the fun, because the dial is moving very difficult. It just moves. This is because of the grease. Wow, it's unbelievable. I hear it. I hear the station, and we are only at 3 volts. My God, this radio is supposed. This was really not expected. This is really not expected. This radio would give sound so quickly, and I must say I'm lucky, because in most cases no sound is coming at all. Let's raise, because we are only at 10 milliamps. Wow. We go up. So this radio had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batteries, so okay, we may go up to 7.5 volt without any problem. You can see the final stage is drawing current when there is a bass tone, because okay, at 6 volt. At 6 volt it's taking about 30 milliamps. Oh, and I cannot receive any station anymore. Very funny. Let's go down again. Oh yes, stations are coming back. That's very funny. So if I go with the voltage to the direction to the 7.5 normal voltage, it doesn't receive anymore. So it means something is wrong in this radio, but at a lower voltage it's working. Very funny. So I guess at a normal voltage the transistors go out of polarization, because there is maybe some leaky thing that increases the current above normal, or some resistor is open. That we will not see now, because I will make a full movie about the restoration of this radio. But anyway, now you have an idea how to safely give a first start to one of these very old beasts. By the way, there are very few exceptions where this trick will not work with just 2 clamps, because there are radios, but really there are very few, and this is one of them. They have a split power supply. It means that the batteries, which are in series connected, like in IDT one, so this was working on C cells, but they also use the half voltage of the batteries, 4.5, to power something in the middle. So if you just give power to the beginning and the end terminal, the radio will not work at all. You need to make a split power supply to make that radio work. But they are very exceptional. There are other exceptions also on the market. Some radios use a battery in the back, 1.5 volt, just 1.5 volt, just to give some bias to some transistors to save the big battery for that. But those are exceptions. Let's say this kind of system works very well for 99.9% of existing transistor radios. Thank you for your time. See you next time. Bye bye.